What is going on, guys? This is Michael Williams from Cartoon Universe, and I wanted to talk about a quick theory regarding the new Steven bomb that's coming up that a lot of people have already kind of talked about, but I want to just kind of cover it in case you have not heard about it. There are going to be a little bit of minor potential spoiler leak type things, so if you want to be careful just in case the stuff is legit, I suggest you click away now so you don't ruin anything. And here we go. So this is a theory that was brought on by AloneTogether, who's a Tumblr account. So all credit goes to them for coming up with this initially. And it's basically about what the saying of "Are you my dad?" actually means. It's what we hear at the end of the Steven Bomb 6 promo, and it's also the name of the second to last episode title in the bomb. And a lot of people are like, well, what does this even mean? What could this possibly relate to? And I think we may actually have an answer. A lot of people thought that it was like some type of lost kid, since people were going missing in Beach City. Could have been some child that we've never seen before that lives in Beach City or near Beach City, and they don't know who their dad is or something like that. There's actually a much more plausible explanation for this, and it's something that probably wouldn't have thought of otherwise, so it's actually pretty crazy. So here's a piece of dialogue between Steven and Peridot from the episode Marble Madness when they were in the kindergarten, and they were just kind of having an interaction. This is before Peridot had her redemption arc, and the dialogue goes like this.
Hi, I'm Steven.
There appears to be an infestation of Stevens in the kindergarten.
Oh, I'm not so bad once you get to know me.
And how many more Stevens are present in this area?
Oh, just me.
Yeah, that's a relief. So tell me, have Stevens replaced humans as the dominant species on Earth?
Oh no, there's lots of humans. There's my dad, Connie, Lars and Sadie, the mailman, Onion, I think. Lots of people.
What is suggested here is that somehow Homeworld was able to tap in to Peridot's recording, whether it was via the kindergarten or her actual recorder, her log thingamathing. And if you notice, Steven said there's lots of humans. My dad, Connie, Lars and Sadie, yada yada. He says my dad, and gems wouldn't know what a dad is. They don't reproduce the way that humans do. They don't have a concept of mother and father. So when he says my dad, if someone were to potentially listen in on that conversation or take a recording of that conversation, they would think my dad was just a name. Because if we notice, the people have gone missing that we know so far in the bomb were Onion and Sadie. So it's possible that these gems, Topaz and Aquamarine, actually end up on Earth and kidnap all of the humans that Steven states at the kindergarten. And why would they do this? Well, we know that Navy had escaped from Earth and got her ship, so it's safe to assume that she probably got the rest of the rubies, and it's also safe to assume, especially since Eyeball knows that Steven is Rose Quartz, that they ended up alerting the diamonds of the presence of Rose Quartz on Earth, that being Steven. So it makes a lot of sense that they would try to lure Steven in by kidnapping people he cares about. And there's only one way to actually definitively capture people he cares about is to capture people he stated himself and named directly. We know that Onion and Sadie actually end up going missing, which means they probably got kidnapped, especially if you look at this shot here where Onion is looking up at who we believe to be Topaz and Aquamarine. And if we look at this scene where Steven and Connie are fighting, it's possible that they're actually trying to kidnap Connie as to lure Steven in even more, not knowing that Connie could actually fight and use Rose Quartz's sword. So this means that we might actually be seeing Greg get kidnapped again, but I feel like if they end up doing this, they'll do it in a much different fashion than they did with the latest bomb, because it would just get repetitive at that point. It wouldn't really be too exciting, too crazy. So the way that they're going to set it up and the way it's going to end, I think it's going to be very, very different from the last bomb that we saw. But yeah, just a little tidbit. So basically, the gist of it is Steven mentioned all these humans, including my dad, and it's very possible that Aquamarine, because it sounds like that would be her voice, judging by her body type.
Are you my dad?
Aquamarine is going around asking people their names so she can capture, or her and Topaz can capture the correct humans to lure Steven in to basically trap him and kidnap him, since they believe he is Rose Quartz, and this is her asking people if they are quote-unquote my dad, thinking my dad is just a name for a human. But what do you guys think of this theory? Just want to kind of talk about this real quick. I know it's been making its round. Do you think this is going to be the case? Do you think it's something else entirely? Do you think there's some truth to it? Let us know in the comments down below. Personally, I think this is almost definitely what's going to happen. I can't actually see this going any other way. I feel like the significance of saying "Are you my dad?" and having an entire episode titled "Are you my dad?" is much more important and much bigger than just some random child who doesn't know their father for some reason or whatever. So I think this is actually almost definitely going to be the case, but we'll just have to wait and see. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, and if you want more Steven Universe theories and discussions and reviews, be sure to subscribe if you're new here, and we're going to be doing predictions on all of the episodes before they air, so be sure to be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I've been Michael Williams, you've been watching Cartoon Universe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.